A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twinflame Union. The title of this channeling session is Divine Masculine Carries Divine Feminine on His Back. Before I start the channeling, I would like to say that if any one of you is feeling dejected, rejected and out of place and confused about your twin flame journey, you can always connect with me and book a healing session or a counseling session or a tarot card reading session, and you can get many solutions to what you're facing right now. So friends, in this channeling session, what I see is that, and if any one of you is going through a difficult situation, then you can see this channeling as a breath of fresh air, because this channeling was actually very, very soft, very, very full of love. The vibrations are very nice, very different actually. And this channeling had come to me in 2019. Yes. And I had forgotten about it, but today it came to me again like a knock on my door, and I have to relay it to everyone. So basically, the divine masculine and the divine feminine in this channeling have a very bad fight. And after the fight, they don't speak for a few days. And then the divine feminine decides to go for a wedding. She decides to go for a party or a wedding. It's a big gathering. Many family members of hers are coming over. And she is feeling a little bit sad because she had a fight with the divine masculine. But then what happens is that she tells herself that I don't care what happens. I will go and have a very good time. I will go and sing, I will go and dance, I will make merry no matter what. Because she was meeting many people, because she was meeting many relatives, it was a gathering where it was a celebration. Normally that's why we gather, we want to celebrate. It was a celebration, and she does not want to get affected by the fight that she had with the masculine. She does not even inform the masculine that she has to go somewhere or she's going somewhere. Now, you guys must be in different countries, or you guys must be having different ethnicities. So what I'm seeing here is, and this could apply to many masculines and many feminines, because this is the type of channeling I saw today. I saw it in 2019 in the summers, but today I'm supposed to relay it finally. So she is wearing something pink. If you're an Indian girl, then you could be wearing a pink sari, a very beautiful, very soft, very, very, very beautiful sari. If you are somewhere in the West, then you could be wearing a pink dress. The pink color is shown to me as a dress. Pink color is the highlight of this channeling. Everything is so nice and pink, and the colors are like that. So the divine feminine is looking very beautiful, and she is looking very happy, and she's smiling, and she's in a mood to celebrate, and she does not want to think what fight they had and things like that. On the other hand, the divine masculine is feeling guilty that he fought with her and did not make up with her. In the past, they used to fight and not make up, and the fights used to get serious, and then they used to get into separation phase. And both of them do realize that this used to happen in the past a lot. But this time the divine feminine does not care. She says to herself that I don't care. He can get angry with me, he can get mad with me, he can shout at me, whatever it is, but I'm not going to go to him and tell him to, like she always used to. She always used to go and pacify him. This time she says, I will not pacify him at all. Every time I have to pacify him, every time he does not understand my feelings and things like that. But she not only says this to herself, at the same time she also says that she is going to have a great time and she will not even think that they had a fight or anything of that sort. So now she's in the gathering and she's really having a blast. She's singing, she's dancing, she is very playful, she is taking pictures, and she's looking very charming and very beautiful. And then suddenly she goes to her room. There's a room, I see it's not her room, but it's a room. She goes to the room, she drinks a glass of water, she tries to relax, and suddenly she's very attracted to a garden. From the gathering, she is in the gathering, she's having a great time, she is having a fun time with everyone. And after some time, after all that fun and dance, she goes to the room, she relaxes for a few seconds, and it's almost like how it happens in a science fiction movie, that from nowhere a new world opens up in front of her. Without any hesitation, she stands up and she finds the exit of the room, and she starts walking out towards that door. She still doesn't know what's in the door, but she steps out. And finally she's on a street, she's on a road, and she's just walking around, very mesmerized, like she is in some kind of a trance, she's hypnotized or something. And she walks around, and there are some trees on the sidewalk. It's a beautiful road, it's a very nice, beautiful, clean road. And she crosses the road, and just before she crosses the road, there's a crossing in between. She crosses the road and someone holds her hand, and she turns around to see who it is, and she's stunned, she's shocked, she's surprised, all of the emotions, to see that it's the Divine Masculine. She looks at the Divine Masculine and she's like, what are you doing here? Like, you didn't tell me you're coming here. And he says, well, why did you step out? She says, because I felt like I wanted to get some fresh air. But she acts very like normal with him. It's not like she doesn't jump with joy. She doesn't show him any expression that she's happy. Inside her heart, she's happy, and she remembers that they had a fight. And he has not said sorry to her. He has not apologized to her. He just, appeared in front of her from nowhere. And she looks at him and she's like, what are you doing here? Why did you come here? What's your plan? And he's like, well, why did you step out of your party? Why did you go out from your gathering? She says, yeah, whatever. Like, why should I tell you? But she's not mad at him, but she's also like a bit cold. And she removes her hand from his hand. Like he's holding her wrist, so she removes it and she starts walking further. She crosses the road. She crosses the road alone, and then he follows her. Now it's like she's walking on the road all by herself, and he's just walking behind her. He's just following her. And he tries to have a small talk with her, like, how was the party? So what did you do? And she said, yeah, it was nice. And all this while, I can see the masculine now, and I can read all his feelings. So he is literally looking at her and thinking that she looks so beautiful in this dress. The pink color is suiting her so much. He just keeps looking at the pink colored dress that she's wearing and her hairstyle, because since she's all ready and she's decked up and she has light makeup and everything is pink. Like I said, the makeup is also on the lines of pink lipstick and pink bangles or something like that, pink accessories. So he's just looking at her and he's going like, oh my god, she looks so adorable right now. She's looking so nice. And it seems that in the family, no one knows about him or his presence, like he's going to be there or not. So, or maybe she never asked him because they had a fight. So she keeps walking ahead, and then there is a place where there are many trees. It's like a garden. It's like a simple garden. I don't see many flowers, but I do see the greenery. And the Divine Masculine is very happy to see her. And in his mind, he's thinking that, you know what, next time we fight, I'm going to make up. I'm always going to make up if we fight. And I'm going to go to her. and if she gets angry, I will pacify her. She always used to pacify me, and I always used to get mad for long periods of time. And during those periods of time, I used to like curse myself. I used to regret. I had this big ego, but now I'm not gonna show it. And come on, look at her. She's looking so nice and happy. I don't want to ruin it for her. I think I should be with her. He's thinking all those things, and suddenly he drags her towards him, and he holds her and he hugs her, but not like a tight hug, and it's like they become very playful. And the moment he pulls her to him, towards him, the divine feminine loses all that that attitude and all that anger she was trying to show to him. She also starts smiling, and both of them get into a very happy mood. It's like they are both on a picnic or something. So the gathering, we don't know where the gathering is now, but I can see that they are both hanging out with each other. They're walking hand in hand. He really is pampering her, she's pampering him, and they are not even talking much. It's just like they're enjoying the view, they're enjoying the solitude, they're enjoying. You can hear the birds chirping even now in the channeling. So there are the birds chirping, and it's amazing. And then suddenly there's a place. In that place, she again tries to cross the road, and he picks her up and lifts her, and he puts her on her back. Like how we piggyback, how elders piggyback, play the piggyback game with their children. So he does the piggyback thing with her, and she's on his back with her hands around his neck and wearing that beautiful dress, and they literally walk. He crosses the street like that, and there's not a person out there. I don't see any people, but I just see these roads. And when he's carrying her on his back, they're both giggling, and they're both like, it's very normal for them to do all of this, like spending time with each other, playing with each other, being playful, being loving, being this cute, sweet, mushy thing they do. So he does that, and then he carries, like, he walks on the road like that for a while, and then she jumps down, like, from the other side. She comes down, and then they just look at each other, and this is where the channeling ends. It's like from there they both go back into their own worlds. So what I see here is that when she looks out from that door, when she steps into the another dimension, she comes back from the same door and starts enjoying the party. And we don't know, obviously the divine masculine must have been doing something, and he goes back to his own world from there on. I won't explain this channeling much. I don't feel like, actually, to be honest. I just felt like telling you this much. All I can say is that they have probably learned a very big lesson of their relationship, and they both adore each other. In this channeling, I could see how much they adore each other, how many times they looked into each other's eyes, how many times they smiled at each other, how many times he touched her with so much love, how many times she giggled, how many times she ran away and then he followed her, and then she's totally playful, she's having fun, and he's also having fun. Both of them are in a very good mood, in a state of gratitude. And this is after they had a fight. So thank you so much for being here with me. I will connect with you in another channeling session.